29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time.
Hello, God's creation. It's another beautiful day that the Lord has made. I'll rejoice and be glad in it. My birth name is Penny and I am a homemaker. I grew up with some homemaking skills and gardening wasn't one of them. I used to think gardening skills couldn't be acquired. I felt like those people who planted crops and vegetables had some kind of superpower until one day I came across an article on the internet about container gardening and I got fascinated and interested. The best part is a local TV station started a program every Saturday about farming, and on top of that, a newspaper also started a segment on that too, and I never stopped ever since. I still practice container and sack gardening just outside my rented house, but I had to lease some bigger land for farming on a larger scale. We have staples here in Kenya, and one of them is maize, and we also have beans. Maize can't be planted in containers since we as a nation consume a lot of it. Beans is also a staple, and we consume also large quantities. And today I'm planting beans, as you can see in this big piece of land. Today I'm starting the day in the farm, then later on I'll head back home to tackle the house chores. The good thing about today is I was able to walk 4.5 kilometers by foot while going to the farm, and I felt some kind of satisfaction. My friend offered to give me some kales and Swiss chard before I go back home. I couldn't say no to her since she did it with so much love. Forgive me, I'm that frugal. Every time I offer to weed my friend's kitchen garden, she won't let me. And I know when I'll come back tomorrow, she'll have someone do it so that I can't do it. I know you can't see it, but I love how spaced the plants are, and this is one thing I can't have with my containers garden. To be honest with you, the only meals I could confidently make and serve guests without fear was ugali, green leafy vegetables, that is sukuma wiki, the kienyeji things, meat, and tea. That's the only thing I could serve you when you visited me when I was 23, 24 there. I still didn't know how to make chapati. I still didn't know how to make mandazis. All those things that I make right now was self-taught. My mom won't let me prepare chapati, mandazi, or any complicated recipes. She used to do it by herself and my elder sister. But for the others, me and the other siblings were there to just watch and eat, and I guess I wasn't interested so much because my mom she wasn't much of a teacher who could teach you something and you get to learn it. She used to be harsh, so there's no way I could learn from such. I used to brush off and say, I'm not interested in doing it. Funny enough, at 17 years, I went to live with my grandmama and I learned how to prepare sour milk, also called mala or yogurt, and ghee. I had collected several containers of milk cream for about 5 weeks, and the Kenya Power and Lighting Company has been misbehaving lately, and this resulted in the cream fermenting, and that wasn't what I wanted. My grandma didn't have a refrigerator, and she used to collect the cream for a week and keep it in a cold room where we never used to light any form of fire. The room was far away from the kitchen, And this was to prevent the cream from fermenting faster. Using this electric hand mix wasn't the best idea. It's now broken down and written off, though it was faulty to begin with. I should have used a hand whisk instead. Grandma never had this kind of whisks we are using now. She used to have a handmade wooden whisk, which I'm yet to find. Now that things are modernized, it's hard to get these things easily. I'll keep whisking and adding cold water until the butter and milk separates. How I wish the cream didn't have the nasty smell. I could use it to make muffins and tea scones. But that's life. I'll just have to pour it out. I'll have to pour out that milky liquid. I'll just have to see it go through the drain. But it's life. It's life. Probably next time I'll not collect a lot of cream like this, because I've also even found out that the container that I was using was too small and won't allow me to whisk properly. See, this one is bigger. At least the milk and butter has started separating. You can tell. But it takes quite a while for it to be like this. Now, this is how I was saying. The cream, not the cream, the butter itself, because this is how this is the process of making butter. So you start by making butter before you get ghee. That's how we do it. But because my grandma didn't have a refrigerator or where to keep the butter, she opted to make ghee, because ghee would stay for a longer period of time at room temperature. And now that I've separated the butter and the milky stuff, I don't know how it is called, that milky stuff. There was a name, but I can't remember. But that milky stuff, I'm going to throw it away. But if it wasn't that much of fermented, I could have used it to make breads and everything, the pastries and everything. But now I have to drain it. And I'm using that sieve to trap the butter that I have not yet. I guess you understand. You see there's some butter there. I don't want to throw away the butter because that's too much butter, and butter is so much expensive in the market. Not about to throw it away. So I'm going to use this sieve. It helps me trap the butter. And then I'm going to clean this butter until the water runs clean. See how much butter I have. This is around more than 1 kilo. This is more than 1 kilo. And this could have costed me more than $10. See how I've saved my family some cash. Part of being a homemaker. So I'm going to knead this, squeeze it, and not kneading. I'm squeezing so that I can remove those milky stuff while I change the water every time until the water runs clear. Funny enough, my grandma never used to throw that milky stuff. She used to collect it in a container and then give it to the dogs. I wish you saw those dogs. They were so healthy. They used to be fed like humans. My grandma used to love, I think she loves animals, and that's where we get this love for animals in our family. But she used to feed those dogs so well. They used to drink milk, drink that milky stuff, and they used to be so healthy. Nothing went to waste in grandma's house. Everything had to be consumed or to be used one way or another. The butter is properly cleaned. As you can see, the water is so clear. It doesn't have milky stuff. I've squeezed out all the creamy whitey stuff, the milky stuff, and it's now ready for me to go to the next process. So I'm going to divide this butter, and I'm going to prepare ghee with one, and the other one I'm going to store it in the refrigerator as a butter for making pastry stuffs like cakes and everything. I'm not going to use everything to make ghee. I prefer to clean after every time I prepare any meal, and this I consider a meal, so I have to wash these to prevent the ants, because I've started seeing them coming out. Seems like they got the smell and they're out looking for it. So I have to clean this with hot water so that the greasy thing does not remain on the containers and keep them away. Please don't judge me. I've not been in the house. The cooker-top and the walls are so dirty, and I have to prepare dinner before the baby of the house sleeps. The butter is melted, and I'm going to allow it to boil, since there is always some residues when you boil butter, and that we are going to pass through a sieve and get a clean ghee. Pumpkin season is here, and we are going to make pumpkin chapati for dinner. I'll let you enjoy the video from now on. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. See you in the next video. Bye.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.